Good chillin' face. It gave us just enough time to find Zaphros and start things off for Losers Finals. We are back in the best of 5 territory. We have to figure out who is going to be fighting Chris over in Grands.
It makes me so happy. I love when Zachy wins because he's one of the few players I can still beat every once in a while. So I'm like, yes, Zachy improving means me improving. It's just facts, right?
By transitive property, I'm getting better!
Like, I beat him this week on Tuesday in bracket, on stream.
That means that you were almost in Grands.
I'm in Grands.
You're in Grands.
I did it. Hooray.
You're in Losers Finals as we speak.
Yes. Oh, man. Man, I'm great.
You're so... I mean, I get that. I beat him a few weeks back with Kirby.
Yeah, like, that's
He's one of those players where he feels very touchable to everyone else. He's very inspiring in a way where if you talk to him about when he started in the later half of Smash 4, you know, started coming to Aeons, he went 0-2 for a majority of Smash 4.
Oh yeah.
If you ask him about it, he would say that he was not.
We were talking about that in his winter set. I was like, wow, him and Chris both like classic Aeon Smash 4 JV bracket, like, you know, 2-2ers.
Yeah.
And like, now look at him in winners finals. It was so cool to see.
Yeah, it's like the improvement from both of those players is incredible, and like both of them have come so far from that. And even though Chris is the one sitting on the winner side of the bracket, it's not anything to say about Zachy's improvement.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were mentioning it earlier, but like, let it be a lesson to you at home or anyone watching. Like, if you are like, wow, I go 0-2 in my bracket every week, like, if you don't give up and you keep practicing, you'll end up in Losers Finals just like Zaphros right now. So let's get into Losers Finals here with Suarez and Zaphros.
Starting things off to Pokemon Stadium 2, we're bound to see plenty of ledge play here. I would not be surprised if this is another set where Suarez is pushed to the point of having to play very defensively.
And we do have a best of 5 for the set, so we will be getting a good long set, hopefully.
I'm going to make the guess now, 47-minute VOD. Somebody tweet at me if I am right.
If you're right, you're not going home.
This is my home.
This is your home.
I don't know. I'd say the pace has been pretty upbeat so far.
For now.
Yeah, I mean, Suarez is putting this pressure on super hard with this explosive initiate. That was just an amazing call out. I mean, he's all over him right now.
Yeah, I feel like him playing aggressively is actually working out really well for him.
I've talked about this with a few players, actually. Suarez has a switch. He'll run away from you this whole time and play super patient, and the second he wants to, he turns into this extremely aggressive, explosive player, and that was the style he was originally known for.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that, like, lately he's been, like, not, like, convinced or brainwashed, but he's, like, maybe convinced himself that, like, all the good players play campy. I need to camp, right? So he's like, it's not naturally in his play style, so his camping is just like, I'm going to throw eggs over here. Like, he doesn't exactly have a natural camp. It's like you said, he'll, like, be on the other side of the stage, and then all of a sudden, like, he'll snap his fingers, and then he, like, does his normal Suarez stuff.
Yeah, and then that's when he blows you up and does exactly what you expect from him. And I look at this huge lead. I mean, he's just all over him. He's doing the way he's like just playing around, the way he's moving, and he's forcing Zaphros to come to him without having to give up the aggressive play that he's bringing. He's forcing Zaphros to pick options and then punishing him for picking options.
Yeah. I think it's the notion of trying to match someone's tempo and then one-up them. Because where in the previous set on stream, Suarez met Solarts' more controlled passive tempo with camping of his own that let him control the tide of the battle. Here, he knows that Zaphros waiting for that opportunity to just go off. So he's not giving Zaphros that opportunity to play patient and wait for an opening. He's just forcing interaction after interaction after interaction. And it's on his call, which is why we're seeing him as ahead as he is.
Yeah, playing back now, just shooting that flood. Ooh, wow, that was actually a really smart cape. I actually like that a lot, and if only he was able to get anything. Oh, wow, okay, great F smash. Something funny, actually, I was talking with Zachy about that, too, with F smash. I was like, why do you use that move so much? Because sometimes he just uses it for like randomly, and it's like, oh, well, now you're dying and getting hit. But he was talking that a lot of the times he was saying that a lot of times in like scramble situations, Oh, well, there goes game one. But a lot of times in those scramble situations where both these players are like just like clanking with moves, or like a big one he said was when characters will like grab tech, like when you both grab each other and then you're in that weird animation. A lot of the time he'll just let an F smash rip, because a lot of people will like mash like maybe like a short hop or like an option, or like try to like grab again or something like that, right? And not only is F smash a really strong option and it catches him a lot of the time, it also pulls Mario back a little bit.
Yeah.
So
those
those
back
options
to like dodge a grab or dodge
Yeah.
like a small tilt, and then it comes in really big and fast. So it's like it's the perfect move for like when you think a scramble is gonna like gonna result in some shenanigans.
Yeah,
It's just, like,
exactly.
anti-shenanigans. You just let it go.
And it's so strong that takes stock so early.
Yeah. Suarez though with his own up smash that game. So game one going to the blue dinosaur.
I think the run back to Stadium is smart. It gives Zaphros that room to play around with, to grab a hold of the momentum in the battle and force Suarez to play in that passive game.
Yeah, I feel like he didn't really have much of any momentum that game. Like, it was pretty much all Suarez all the time. And, like, I mean, it's tough because he wants to do his combo thing, and Yoshi is a very, very anti-combo dinosaur. So.
I've been thinking, speaking of anti-combo dinosaur, I've been wanting to talk to some people about this as just like a theory, but I think the optimized way of fighting Yoshi, we're just reading everything, and I'm Suarez, I kill raw angry dino.
That was an
gonna,
ugly, ugly air dodge, panic air dodge.
Yeah.
So what were you saying in theory?
I was going to say, in theory, the correct punish against Yoshi is the shortest possible strong punish you have.
Yeah.
Which is, like, it's weird because a lot of this game, everyone was taught you want to extend everything you have as far as possible and maximize your damage like Suarez is doing. But against Yoshi, you can't do that.
I tell people to do the same thing against Snake, you know, it's like, or other characters like Duck Hunt, where they can just pull out like a frame one explosive. You know, like if they're gonna get out of it, just get your damage and go.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing. Like let Suarez jump into the blast zone. Like who cares?
Yeah, exactly. And then catch him for doing a silly jump like that.
I actually think that Yoshi does relatively poorly against heavies for that reason. Like I feel like DDD and like DK and other heavies can actually give Yoshi some grief. Bowser as well. And it's probably because like when there's time for a punish, it's just like one and done hits.
Yeah, if forcing Yoshi and to do one and done is something he doesn't want. Yoshi wants these big extended hits.
Yep.
Everything he has combos. Like almost all of his moves combo into something else. They're like basically the moves that don't are smash attacks realistically. So this is a character that wants to hit you with other moves into other moves. Characters that don't allow him to do that sucks. Mario's not one of those characters.
Yeah, one of the aspects of his kit that I think makes Yoshi a true nuisance, regardless of whatever your local meta is the fact that he's got really good boxing tools, but also his movement is built in a way that you can't just sit there and zone him. You can't just use a disjoint or projectiles and hope to keep him out. He is fast enough and in certain instances armored enough that he'll just get through and fight you.
Wow, but that's
There it
it.
is.
Max
Good
range down air,
pickup.
okay.
Great pickup
John
from
even
Zaphros.
rubbing his face, you know, trying to get himself back into it. I mean, this is the first lead we've seen Zaphros have the set. I mean, only game 2, but looking great for him, okay.
Yeah, finally some plumber momentum, you know. Oh, there he
Ooh.
goes. Oh,
Good.
wow, he turns him around with the cape, saving
cape,
him from the
so
last hit of the back air.
But he did it. That actually did trade. He did get hit by one of those hitboxes.
But not the last hit because he was turned around by that point, very importantly.
Yeah.
And that's something we've been seeing a lot from Zaki tonight, is using that cape in neutral.
Yeah.
And it's been doing wonders for him time after time after time.
He almost never uses it to reflect projectiles, and today he's reflected quite a few, including a Yoshi egg.
Normally he uses it as a movement option.
I know he has been wanting to incorporate that more in his kit. I do get a lot of inside knowledge. I talk with him a lot. I mean, those down tilt bears. Those down tilt bears. I was talking with him about that too. The down tilt backers, that's a confirm he's been working on trying to get that consistently, but it's a hard confirm. You have to instant roar that back air from the down tilt. It is tight.
I made a point of bringing that up because
anti-air.
it was very impressive earlier in the night, and it's still impressive now.
That is
raw
a
bear
hard
for Mario
confirm.
is so important, though. It's not even just that it's mechanically difficult. It is vital for playing Mario at a high to top level of play. And it's what's allowing the 1-1 count here. Down there takes another stock. And
goodbye. Where's he going?
Ooh, we're not happy.
Water time.
But it's just game 2. Don't be mad. Don't be mad.
He looked like he was talking to people. People might be being loud.
Okay.
Doesn't look happy though. I mean, clearly not in the game. I mean, I even saw him look back midway through that game too. I wasn't sure.
I see.
He's done that a couple of times this evening.
If you're at home or you're watching this VOD at some point and you find yourself ever in a venue, all right, common venue etiquette, all right, if there's a set going on and it's important, even if it's not important, even if it's a round 1, round 2, losers match, whatever it is, try to give distance between you and the players. You know, try not to do random bursts of noise. You know, it's distracting. You know, everybody wants a fair shot at their set, and like, it's tough. I mean, like, I know our venue gets a little cramped because there's a lot of people, especially today, 75 people, which is awesome to see. But we got TVs all over the place, so go and you don't have to be right behind them. You can give them a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, there's a certain degree of etiquette when it comes to watching sets like that in person, and like if it's at a major, I can get it's different, but for a local, it's worth knowing just to be a bit.
Especially because it is cramped and those noises can definitely get to players. I've been there. I know that feeling.
Sure. It looks like they're both composed enough to get into Game 3, though. We'll see if that bit of breathing
with
room.
some anger.
There's just been something in the air tonight.
Yeah.
Like,
it must be like a full moon or whatever.
It actually is.
Is it actually? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Full moons only happen in the middle of the month or end or beginning.
Huh?
18th.
Okay.
Take my word for it.
Okay. I believe
Source, trust me, dude.
Source. Science. Well.
I mean, when we were on the way, the moon looked super full. So. Yes, it is a full moon. All the werewolves are out tonight.
Yeah, well, you know, Suarez, I feel like as a player and his play style, like he does play like best when he's, I think, pushing forward and like playing aggressively. Like,
there is a difference between pushing forward though and the smart aggression that Suarez is known for. I mean, his style extremely aggressive, but it's smart and it's calculated. And he pulled it off amazing. That B reverse egg lay was actually beautiful, and I'm kind of sad that wasn't able to take a stop.
Ooh.
It's keeping Zaki locked down at the ledge though.
That flood has been so annoying for Yoshi to recover through, because Yoshi just wants to double jump to safety, and then Water says no. Oh, yeah,
a little bit too ambitious at the ledge there, Zaphros.
We're getting a little fancy, I think, and it's just unnecessary fanciness. We could take our simple options and look somewhere else if... Oh, don't tell me about that. Okay.
Nice. Those down tilts have been really clutch. He's been getting good confirms off of them, and he's been making sure they connect, too.
Underrated Mario move. Forward tilt.
Forward tilt? Yeah, I agree.
I don't care if it's never killing. That move is fast and it spaces for you.
It's a good poking.
It's actually relatively safe, too. And I think it's super underutilized, and a lot of Mario players don't want to go for it because it's like, oh, why not just back it?
I think the reason we don't see a lot of forward tilt is because it doesn't have a lot of cohesion to the rest of Mario's kit.
It is kind of just like weird.
It's a good move to just sort of tell your opponent, stop that. We're going back to neutral.
Kind of like how we saw PK Chris use. Wow.
Yeah, his forward tilt. But like the thing is,
that forward tilt kills. Yeah. This forward tilt just tells Suarez to go back on the ground, and we're gonna reset.
But it is something. It is something that that was like an instance where he used forward tilt, but like missing. But it's like it's one of those things where we don't see it that often, and it's one of those things to keep in mind. Same way that he's been using cape a lot better. Okay, also that jump cancel. He flood, jump cancel, back there, beautiful, just make that look pretty. Not even the fact that we're also getting a little bit of flood charge. We're optimal, of course.
Like Zaki needs to have all of his resources prepared for any moment.
Yep, of course. I mean, you always need
everything. You've highlighted it yourself how well he's utilizing Flood in this set. To say nothing of how he usually uses Flood.
Ooh, big opening, but we're Yoshi. I'm going to click the big jump button and fly away.
Yeah, but you're still taking that damage.
I mean 60, 70 now. Zaki's only at 10. Keeping this close, and it's one of those things where if Zaphros can keep his pressure up and not let Suarez get back to neutral, might be able to see a closer game. That's going to be a big advantage save, though.
Up air.
40% for one mistake, but you know what? He's still in it. One more strong hit, and this stock could be over, and Zaki could be evening things up.
It is hard to find that stock, though, especially against Yoshi, who I don't even think up smash would close right now.
Nah, not yet. He needs one more.
Oh, that's going to do it, though. Oh, great DI. That was almost a beautiful confirm to find that falling up air down air, though. That was really cute.
He's been doing a ton of falling up air into stuff tonight.
Oh,
nice,
that's it.
Great dash back, and then the forward smash follow-up. Really good stuff.
This game definitely not out of Zaphros' reach. I mean,
oh, here's some damage.
Here's the opening.
Nope.
I like that he predicted the jump and tried to flood to like cause the jump to go like super high.
Yeah, he unfortunately did miss, but like the thought, the concept, amazing idea.
Suarez doing a very
Oh,
good
that's
job
gonna do it. Yeah.
of waiting on his jumps, and just like that, he manages to find a forward air.
Zaphros
Patience
seems a little
rewarded.
uncomfortable in the corner of that game. Like, the whole first stock took place on the left side of the stage
Yeah.
and just did not pan out for him. And as you saw there, the game ended in the same fashion.
Suarez
So,
has been all over that ledge.
yep. Zach, he's got to play more grounded and more on the stage. I think that even if it takes a little bit of damage to get out of the corner, he's going to have to, like, just roll out of the corner a couple times, even if it gets red. Like, as long as he's not kill percent, like, what's the worst that happens? He gets, like, up smash or something.
Unfortunately, I do feel like that is a tall order for the jump man to not jump.
It's tough, yeah. Like, as Mario, you definitely, and you want to utilize your cool Zacky stuff. You know, you want to reverse fireball into like cape, into like, you know, wall jump,
I
into
mean, and
regrab
he's
ledge.
Zaphros known for just camping with fireball. It's
Sure.
something he does. I mean, it's honestly, it's as annoying and as boring it could seem. It's almost something that Mario in this game is forced to do to people's unknowing knowledge. I feel he's.
In most matchups, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, Mario is not the same character he was in Smash 4. And
Not at all.
There's a lot
I
of
was
characters
actually thinking a bit about this today. Mario is functionally very different
Yes, he
in
is.
every iteration of Smash. And
He's a very different character in this game than I think a lot of people think, and I think that's why a lot of the Mario players originally were having an issue transferring to this game. He doesn't play like the traditional Mario from Smash 4, where it's like, I want to combo you to death and take you off the top.
And even
He's-
that Mario is vastly different from Brawl's Mario,
Yeah.
Melee Mario, and say nothing of how different 64 Mario is from all of
He
these
gets
iterations.
very unique iterations of himself every time, and then there's characters like Luigi. Anyways, we're on a different stage for the first time this set, I believe. We have FD. This is Zaphros' counter pick, which I believe will be used. I honestly, it's probably for the same reason we saw Suarez taking him here. But we already know Suarez doesn't mind the stage.
I think it'll be a bit of a different dynamic here because of the patience behind Zaphros when he's just standing still. And this was something that Face was highlighting that Zaphros needs to do if he's looking to win, is just keep his boots on the ground. Because if Mario is just staying grounded, he gets mix-ups like that as an option, where he could find these reversals
yeah.
and rack up this damage.
Oh, wow!
Breakdancing all over the place with these down
That
smashes.
return around down smash, the second sweep of the leg, catching, that was beautiful. And that's just an instant 42. Using the water to make sure that Suarez couldn't even punish him on the landing. Reset neutral. Oh, man, so much
Zaphros
damage.
is so, like, he has so much momentum right now. You can tell he's feeling it on this stage right now. Like,
There's no safe place for Suarez to go.
The water stopped him from getting the fair.
the little bit of flood absolutely coming in
That's
clutch
going to be
there.
enough, though. Yep. And now this
Suarez.
is still a fat dinosaur. This is a dinosaur with rage. Yoshi combos do a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah, they do.
This is one hit away from being a potentially even game if Suarez can find the right opening, but this is still very much in Zaphros' control.
All right, I've decided something.
What have you decided?
I
Face?
think Mario specifically, nice
turnaround.
read on that up smash though. Good anti-air tool. And the turnaround too. All right, I think when Mario footstools Yoshi, it should just like critical. It should just, he loses his jump. It's for the lore, you know? Like, it's like, oh, I
a
gotta make it back
goalpost
to-
comes up.
Yeah, exactly.
If Mario, if Yoshi is not, if Yoshi's back is facing to Mario and Mario walks up to Yoshi and clicks A, you should be able to get on him.
Yeah.
Now, see, but if you footstool him, then he'll have like double speed.
Yeah.
I don't want to imagine Suarez even faster.
Oh, it's so weird how inconsistent Yoshi is across Nintendo games. Because, like, in every other game, he's, like,
Oh,
speed.
dude,
And then in
Suarez?
this game, he's heavy. It's so
Well,
strange.
he's got air speed.
Suarez just wipes his face mid-game. He's looking kind of frustrated and lost almost. I mean, Zaphros
Giving the
just-
throttling that Zaphros
Yeah.
is giving him in this game
This
four,
is
it's
a
very
completely
understandable.
different pacing to what Game 3 was. I mean, Game 3 looked almost completely in Suarez's control, and now Zaphros has just completely turned the tables. I mean,
That dash attack interrupting a forward smash that would have ended this here and now.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth recognizing the lack of resources
Oh my
available to Suarez. If he's in the air, that one
Oh,
jump
great
is all
drift.
he's got. There's no platforms to retreat to.
oh, this game is not out of Zaphros' grasp yet, but I mean, Suarez is coming back with a vengeance right now. Oh, that's not just going to do it. That's
wow.
a sweet spot. That's a little bit of fire right there. It's going to Game 5.
Yeah, like we said, the full moon is absolutely out because Suarez is feeling certainly, like, perturbed by something. Like, he is clearly, like...
He just looks
I don't know.
uncomfortable.
There's a bit of a haunt of a night here, you know? Certainly something
I
odd.
think
Like I said, there's something in the water tonight.
I would
Yeah.
have I'm going to take an educated guess and say we're going back to PS2.
Well, who won their last?
Suarez, but there's no DSR. We're at 3 bands.
There is.
There is DSR?
Because we have so many stages.
It is 3 bands
It's
DSR?
and modified DSR.
Modified. Okay, cool.
So-
Then, yeah, so then Suarez cannot go back unless Zaphros is okay with it.
Yeah.
Which, potentially he might be. I mean, PS2 is not a very bad stage for Mario.
You know what's interesting is I think of everyone in the venue, I think Zaphros is the single best person on the stage list. Like, he is one of the strongest players on the stage list.
Are we going back?
He's discussing, like, it looks like he's allowing it, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I think Zaphros practices his strikes and bans every time, guaranteed. He doesn't gentleman almost ever. So, like, that gives him all sorts of experience on the right stages.
Honestly, something I have been trying to take from him, and I need to work on that myself, is like he's so willing to go to all these different stages because he practices on them and he's so comfortable with it. He's not just gentlemaning to PS2 every game like other players.
Yeah, play outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you'll find a stage that works better for you.
Yeah.
A lot of people, a lot of players. I'm gonna call out my friend Epo, for example. They'll auto strike. People especially auto strike Lilac.
I was about to say I'm a lot apologist.
That's like
that stage is not
best
bad.
stage. You know,
There
like,
are so many characters who are so good on that stage, and players are terrified because they saw their character get gimped once.
Yeah, or they see like angles and they're like, oh my.
I bring this up
character
very
on stage.
often when I commentate other locals, but saying how like everyone and anyone is super comfortable with going to Pokemon Stadium 2 without recognizing the actual value of the stage. And to me, it just rings the idea of people saying, oh, it's a neutral stage. This should be fine.
But it's not a neutral stage.
No, it's not. It's quite far from, because we've seen how both of these players can take full advantage of the
Oh, I think the water actually affected that a little.
And he didn't DI the best.
Yeah. Dying actually kind of early to that back air is going to give us a pretty good lead for Suarez. And I mean, Yoshi's not a character to die early, especially not to a character like Mario, whose kill power almost entirely comes from smash attacks or finding some sort of read with like a fair or something.
And now compared to the previous game, there are platforms for Suarez to mix up how he's going to camp.
Yeah.
The platforms in conjunction with the ledge play also make it very difficult for Zaphros to find some way
How
in.
did that get up attack miss?
They're looking like a much different game from this game before. I mean,
Suarez,
this whole set's been pretty back and forth.
Pinning him to the corner again. This has been like how Suarez has been winning. It's actually Zaphros' relatively weak disadvantage, I'd say, in this matchup. Like,
But also, look at what Suarez is doing whenever he doesn't have chokehold on where Zaphros can move.
Yeah.
He goes right to the other ledge.
Yep.
And he's playing so patient. He's not willing. He's not even swinging anymore. The way he's just weaving in and out. He's not pushing buttons. He's just waiting until Zaphros does something first, which is just honestly super smart and well played by Suarez right now. I mean, this is a completely different pacing from the games we've seen prior. I mean,
yeah, the two
so
games where
much
Zaphros
slower.
won, like, a lot of times he was just walking into F smashes or, like, approaching into them. So if he's not doing that now, and instead he's just playing good neutral and good advantage state, like, then Zaphros going to have a really hard time.
Yeah, he's completely flipped different.
For all intents and purposes, there may as well just be a giant pit in the middle of this stage.
Yeah.
Because all that matters is the ledge and the platforms, because that's the only places where Suarez is forcing any interaction with Zaphros.
That was a great read, though.
That was great.
We're only down one stock, and I will preach this to the end of the earth. Everyone and their mother will get cheesed on second stock.
Yep.
I don't care who you are or how good you are. Everyone drops their guard on this stock. If there is a way for Zaphros to make a comeback, it is looking for a cheese. Some sort of cheese on this stock.
I don't know. Yoshi's a hard character to
He
cheese.
is a hard character to cheese, but we do have Flood. We do have Cape. We are still Mario. We have a forward aerial.
We do. We'll see if Zaphros can make some magic happen. He's doing a great job of not taking damage, kind of peppering in some percents, you know, throwing a few fireballs.
The problem is one opening from Yoshi is just going to be so much damage. I mean, even great DI though in that forward tilt, not actually getting caught by the next hit of that combo. I mean, I'm getting comboed there. It's actually like perfect DI. Ooh, not getting that up air into fair. Suarez has been DIing really hard in on those falling up airs and just not letting Zaki get those up air fair that he's going for every time. He has not tried mixing it up with those falling up airs outside of down air when he's at a high.
down
Oh,
air
so
in
much
neutral.
damage.
Back throw. Huh?
That grab was actually fantastic. I don't know how I feel about the back throw, but I love the grab.
It
Yeah,
racked
the
up the
grab was-
damage, and it made sure that none of the other throws were staled.
True.
Because you never see Yoshi back throw in that kind of an instance.
Oh,
the charge! No,
Oh,
he's
lived.
still alive!
Wait, what?
Excellent DI from Zaphros keeps him in it at 120.
I'm shocked.
Uh-oh, that was some questionable DI, though. It looks like he was expecting to go upwards.
This is just outright borrowed time.
That's
living
it,
on,
that's
and
it.
his time
it.
is up. A beautiful performance from Zaphros, but 2 Game 5s end out his run tonight.
That was-
At 3rd place, Suarez moves on to fight Chris over in Grands.